Hey, thanks to all of the new subscribers. It's very exciting. I'm just like, oh, it's another one. Oh, there's like two more. What the hell? Oh, it's fun. Cool beans. I like it. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Whatever. My throat hurts because I yelled at my housemate because he was trying to blame me for something, and then I was trying to, because he was like, well, this is the way that this happened and that's your fault, and I was like, actually that's not what happened at all, and I was trying to explain my perception of what happened, and then he kept just cutting me off, and he just kept saying, no, we'll agree to disagree, because, and I'm just like, I understand your perception. You need to now hear my perception, and then we can agree that we have different perceptions. You can't just force yours on me, and then when I tell you that's actually not what happened, you just refuse to listen to my side of things. It's not even necessarily the fact that he's refusing to listen to me. It's the fact that there's an issue, right? There's an issue. I'm just gonna tell you what it is. I'm just gonna tell you what it is. Okay. So every now and then, he goes to pick up free food for us, right, for the apartment, and then but a lot of the time he just comes back with the most random shit that we can't actually eat, like 6 whole loaves of rock hard bread that we're not gonna touch, or last time we got a whole tray of whole chickens, entire chickens. I'm like, okay, well, that'll last us a while, that'll last us ages, okay, whatever. But then they also give us all of the sausage rolls and pies and stuff that not good for my body. Everything that they give us is really not good for you. And all I said today was, well, he was saying that he wasn't feeling very well, his body was feeling shitty, and I was like, yeah, that's because you need to put good food in it. When we go shopping, we need to be buying good food, because I will set a budget, and I will just try and get the things that we need that is healthy and also cheapest. But then we have to sacrifice a few items which we need, but we can go without, from the budget that I set. But then he will just go and spend however much he wants on random snack stuff and energy drinks and stuff that we don't need. And he keeps complaining about his health and his body, and keeps putting things in it that are making the problems worse. And then it makes him all moody, and it brings the whole energy of the whole place down. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So, yep. So he said he was feeling shitty, and I was like, you need to put good food in your body. And I said, when we go shopping, we need to buy good food, and when you go get the free stuff, it needs to be just good food. And he's like, well, you need to come with me because I don't know what is good. And I'm like, just get fresh fruits and vegetables. Just that. Nothing else. And then he's just like, I can't think straight there. man, I just can't think straight. I need you there with me. And then I was trying to explain to him that if he knows that he gets flustered and frustrated in that situation, then he needs to imaginatively, when he's not in that situation, he needs to imaginatively go through that situation, send himself through that, and to the point where he starts to feel the overwhelm and anxiety, and then he can talk himself through it and settle himself down and stuff. And it's like practicing for the real event, right? But when I was saying that, he was like cutting me off, and he was like, no, I just need you with me. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. That's me acknowledging that he's not going to take control of the situation. He's not going to take responsibility. He's not going to hold himself through it so that he can get through it on his own eventually. He just wants a support person to go with him because he's not willing to work through that. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, I actually wanted to go with him the last couple of times, right? But we had waited. He like, I was ready to go and everything. And then both times he would put it off all day. And then right when he was like, well, they're going to close, so we have to go now, that's when my fucking support worker showed up. And I was like, oh, I forgot I had an appointment because my amnesia. And so that happened like 2 weeks in a row. Or I don't know if he does it weekly or fortnightly. I don't know. Anyway. So because I had been planning on going with him for ages, and then things were getting in the way, and then I had like fully intended to the last 2 times, but then because he kept putting it off, it was interrupted. But then I'm just like, and that's what I was trying to explain to him, like, I fully intended to go, and he just kept cutting me off every time. He's like, no, it's because you forgot your appointments, and it's your fault. And I just, like, it's very annoying that I'm just trying to, like, explain that I was very aware of what was happening on those specific days, because I was aware of the fact that he had wanted me to go with him for a while, and I was finally ready to go, and I was waiting all day. Like, I was just trying to, like, it's not, like, I said it to you just now, like, it's not hard to just let me get that out, right? But it's just like, keeps cutting me off, and refusing to listen to what I'm saying, whilst turning it around and blaming me all throughout. Just like, are you fucking kidding me? And this is a very, very minor thing. Very, very minor thing. Because, you know, in the past, things have been like very not good. And then usually that interaction would have ended like maybe like 6 months to a year ago. This interaction would have ended with him ranting and screaming and smashing shit all through the apartment. But he didn't do that. But I screamed at him. Just because I fucking hate people like engaging with me to only get their point of view across, and then when I literally try and respond in any way, they just shut it down completely. Just like, this is not a conversation. This is not how conversations work. There needs to be a back and forth where you're receiving what the other person's saying, processing what the other person's saying, and then responding. You know, you're not supposed to just keep blocking their attempt to communicate because what you said is the only thing that you want to be a thing. Like, that's not how that works. And this is one of the reasons why I want to live alone. Because it wouldn't be a fucking issue. I wouldn't have to deal with stupid fucking shit like that all the time. Like, what the fuck is the point of that? I don't need people like that in my life. It's disgusting. That's actually disgusting. Why is it that he is the person that is there for me the most? Why is it that he is the best person in my life right now? How the fuck is that a thing? I mean, yeah, he's not a bad person. It's just not aligned with what I want in my life, which is annoying. Because he's the most aligned with, like, that's the thing, like, he believes a lot of the stuff that I believe. I saw 11:11 all the time. He believes a lot of the stuff that I believe, but also he doesn't understand on the same level. But how many people do? Like, not many, right? And I can't fault him for that. That's the thing, like, he thinks he's, like, so much. Like, literally, the amount of times that he's come up to me being like, you do know that I've been, like, into the spiritual stuff, like, ages before you, and I've known all of this stuff for years and years and years. And I'm like, you're kind of missing the point if you're still living in ego, where you're all like, I'm better than you and I'm better than everyone else, blah, 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 blah. If you still see things that way, then you might know some things that I know, but you haven't embodied the knowing that I have embodied. And it's not about, like, who's better than who. I am just living my life and trying to help him grow, not by, like, telling him exactly what to focus on and stuff, but, like, whenever he has a trigger, whenever anything comes up, I will gently just be like, just point it out, and he will notice it. And then he told me that the reason he gets so fucking annoyed is because he knows that he's not listening to himself. So he gets annoyed at me because he's not listening to himself. I'm like, stop taking everything out on me. Just, if you see an issue within yourself, go and talk to yourself about it in a way that will resolve something and get you having a better relationship with yourself. Stop seeing yourself as something that's weak, that can't, like, figure things out because you can. Stop seeing yourself as someone who needs to be rescued because you don't. You will, as long as you're looking to an external source. And I'm aware that I'm talking to myself right now, because everything that you speak to another human is a message that you needed for yourself, because your perception of other people is a mirror. Which is why, if you're going to bitch about someone, record yourself, send it to yourself, and then realize, maybe I should look at my own behavior. Yeah. So, so then how can I, myself, stop myself from being so triggered by that situation? Owie, my hand. I don't like it. It hurts to hold my phone. Ow. I know that I get triggered by the mere fact that people are refusing to heal themselves and face themselves. Yeah. Sometimes I mean, most of the time I'm like understanding of it and gentle with it and stuff. But when it's been 15 years, and they're still not listening to anything that you're giving them or telling them, where other people would literally pay hundreds of dollars just for like the same kinds of like support and interaction from me, like it just feels disrespectful at this point. And that's the same way I feel about my family. And like, how many years have I been sharing my fucking knowledge and wisdom with you? How many years have you been coming to me with the same fucking insecurities and issues and shit? Like, if you're not doing the work to heal yourself and you keep coming to me with your problems, that's kind of abusive and kind of cunty. Kinda don't do that. Okay? Yeah? Yeah. Good job. Triggered. Get to it. Yeah, so then, like, that's why I'm cutting my family off and trying to cut off all of the people that are like that. But I live with them. I am open to other options. Fuck. And I know that, like, when he starts talking from victim mentality, he's very rarely in the mindset of receiving anything constructive. He just wants it. He just wants his negativity and weakness reinforced by other people. He wants it validated. Like, everything that you feel is valid. It doesn't need to be validated by another person. What do you mean? Although it is nice. But having the truth validated feels good, not having some story about yourself being a weak cunt that can't handle shit. Having that validated doesn't sound like a positive thing. And what I'm trying to do is get him to realize that he is stronger than that. I don't understand humans because I've had to go through everything by myself. I've gone through everything alone. And you have to dive deep within to figure out the inner workings of things, to figure out where things are going wrong so you can fix it, so you can become better. You have to go within to fix the problems, so then you manifest better things because you're more aligned and your outlook is better and your vibration is higher, so then you can magnetize higher things to you. That's how it works. Yep. Yesterday, I didn't smoke any weed until nighttime. And the day before, I didn't smoke any at all. I tried to start getting my prescription through a new place, and then they said, that my health record doesn't have anything about me having anxiety on there. Like, there's no record of it. I'm like, that's one of the only things I am officially diagnosed with. What do you mean? Why is it not on there? She's like, no. And I'm just like, do I want to continue getting the prescription? Do I want to do that? Because I've been wanting to stop smoking for quite some time. And I was like super proud of myself that I didn't until I did. But then I was like, maybe I am supposed to before then. I don't know. No, I would rather not smoke at all. Because I have been working on other things to ease my anxiety. I don't want to live with him. I want to live with someone that's actually going to attempt to maintain the space, that's actually going to participate in cleaning more without me having to fucking nag about it and then them just like making excuses and putting it off. Like, the point is to have the place clean, not to have it dirty for just like a few more hours just so you can just fuck around. Like, frustration. But anyway, yeah, I went to move. Look, he's a good person, and it's just, I just don't want to live with him anymore. He's still my friend. He's still one of the best people I have in my life. But I don't want to live with him. And I haven't wanted to live with him for a while. But I have to be grateful for what I have. Grateful for what I have doesn't mean accepting that that's all I will ever have. Because the universe kind of doesn't work that way. You have to be grateful for what you have in order to receive more. And I've been getting hits about how I need to be journaling from a future perspective. But I keep putting it off, and I don't know why. So I want to go and do that. I didn't mean to just like bitch about my housemate this whole time. He's brilliant. He's amazing. I just don't want stupid, petty arguments that are over nothing. And then when I walk away from the conversation, it's just like pushing and trying to continue the conversation. It's like boundaries, bro. Like, I'm like, whenever I say I'm done with this conversation, the conversation doesn't end until I start screaming. No. God damn it. And that's the thing, because if I walked away from it, if I just walked away and didn't respond anymore at all and just like put my headphones on or whatever, then that would, I mean, in the past that would have resulted in things being thrown around and yelling and swearing and stuff. But since he hasn't really been doing that too much for the last like 6 months, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so that's this morning's video. this morning. It's probably afternoon now. I think it's well into the afternoon. What time is it? Yeah, it's 1:30. Okay, it's not well. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. I'm just gonna end that there. I might have completely different energy in the next video. Probably will. What happens? Because I do not stick to one thing. I do not stick to one form. I am formless, for all forms are not completely formed. What do you mean? Alright. Stretches. I like living in my onesies. Leave me alone. It makes me happy. I do have, like, I am a red Power Ranger today. I have red pants and a red shirt. And I want to just start doing all my reading videos in my onesies with my hood on. I see all these other readers and stuff, and channels and stuff, and I can see that they're still very much stuck in the trying to look pretty, trying to be aesthetically pleasing. The boobs all pushed up and the top's nice and low and the hair all like perfectly placed, and they're all like, it's adorable. I'm not judging them or anything. I just don't want to be like that. I spent a long time playing the role of female where I felt the need to do that. Because, yeah, I thought that was a female's job to fucking just like look pretty and be submissive and cute and clueless. I'm done with that shit. Nah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Love ya.